Hey guys, my name is Rohil and today we are going to be going through a full body flow. This class is going to be really an energizing flow, so something that is great to do early in the morning, or if you're doing it in the evening, it's something that is going to bring up your energy levels and you're going to feel vitalized and nice. So we're going to be targeting the entire body. It's going to be a flow that's open to all levels, so regardless of where you're at in the practice, I will be giving modifications so you don't have to worry about postures being too difficult or too challenging. So I will see you on the mat. The only things that you will require for this practice is your yoga mat, and if you have sensitive knees, maybe a hard mat, especially when you place your knees on the mat, you can have a folded towel or a cushion along with you. See you in the practice. Just going to begin with a seated position, closing our eyes. We're just going to do a couple of minutes of breathing. Taking a long inhale, expanding the belly, and exhale, breathing out of the nostrils, letting the belly draw in. Inhale, expanding the belly, and exhale, belly in. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 2 breaths. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying with your eyes closed for a moment. Just trying to check in with where you're at today, how you're feeling right now. And if you would like to, you could set an intention, a sankalpa for your class today, for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. Setting your intention. And then slowly beginning to open your eyes. So today we are going to begin our session lying on the back. So I would ask all of you to lie on your back, your legs straight. From here, you're going to bring both legs up to 90 degrees. We're going to begin with some core work just to warm up. So both legs to 90 degrees. If you feel a sensation of pain in your lower back, you can place your palms underneath your butt. Otherwise, you can stay in this way. From here, we're just going to bring one leg. So our right leg down. Our left leg stays up, the right leg down, just hovering slightly above the ground. Of course, if it's too much for you at any time, feel free to bring the right leg all the way down. But otherwise, just staying slightly hovering above the ground. We're trying to push our lower and middle back firmly into the mat. So we don't want an arch in our back. We want to push the back firmly. We're going to stay here for another 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bringing the right leg back up to join the left. And now we're going to switch the legs, bringing the left leg down, hovering slightly above the ground. Again, if you feel tired at any point, feel free to bring the left leg all the way down. Otherwise, keep it hovering. Pressing your lower and middle back into the mat. Your back should not be off the mat. Breathing for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bringing the left leg to join the right. And exhale, you can bend the legs, placing your palms just below the knees, pulling the knees closer to the chest. Just staying here for a moment. You can make slight movements if you feel like. And we'll slowly begin to rock back and forth until you can sit up all the way. Here we're going to bring our legs straight forward. We're going to do a last thing for our core. From here, I want you to bring your hands next to your knees. So you're slightly curving your back here. We're slightly curving the back so we can access the muscle that's below the navel. From here, you're going to lift your left leg up into the air. This is also strengthening for the quads. So some of you that might have weaker quads will also feel it a lot in your quadricep muscles. Keeping that curve in the spine. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing. If you feel tension in this part of your leg, you can massage the front of the thigh. Otherwise, shifting to the right, bringing the right leg slightly up. Keep going with long, deep breaths for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing. Good job, guys. Now we're going to shift the legs back, coming onto our hands and knees, bringing our shoulders directly above the wrist and our hips directly above the knees. From here, we're going to point our hands backwards. So our fingers are pointing back. And just do a little bit of a warm up for the wrist. We can begin to come side to side. You can even make circles with your hips if that's comfortable for you. Throughout, breathing long, deep breaths. And now we'll place the back of our hands on the mat. So placing the back of your hands on the mat. And from here, trying to straighten your elbows. Placing more weight onto your wrists as much as is comfortable. And now coming back onto your palms. From here, we're going to do a few cat-cow positions. So inhale as you bring your chin up, gazing up towards the ceiling. Arching your back. Exhale, rounding your back, chin to chest. Inhale up, chin to the sky. Exhale, rounding your back, chin to chest. Inhale up. Exhale, curving. Inhale up. And exhale, coming back to neutral position. From here, you're going to walk the hands forward slightly. Lift the knees up into the air. Coming into our first downward facing dog.
You can walk the legs out if you need to for the first time. Straightening one and then the other. Breathing here for the last 2 breaths. And 1. From here you're going to walk the legs all the way forward until you're in a forward folding position, Uttanasana. You can grab your opposite elbows and just sway here slightly side to side. Once again, breathing long, deep breaths. And from here, curling your back, your chin comes up last, and you slowly come up all the way to standing. We're going to repeat going down now with a straight back, folding forward. Inhale, head up, chest up. Exhale, bringing the right leg back. Staying here, gazing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left leg back. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhaling up into cobra, keeping your elbows close to the ribs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward in between the hands. Gazing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left leg forward, folding forward. Inhale, arms up, arching back. Exhale, bringing the hands to center. Inhale, arms up, arching back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back. Inhaling here in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhaling into cobra. Elbows close to the ribs. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, hands to center. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, right leg back. Palms down to the mat if possible. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths, trying to straighten your right leg. Again, if at any point you feel tired during this practice, you can come into a child's pose to rest here. Gazing up slightly, so you're trying to straighten your back as you gaze upward. Tightening your right leg for 3, 2, and 1. Placing the right knee down. We're going to take a slight twist. So bringing your right shoulder around the left leg. Trying to loop around so that your armpit is resting on your left thigh. Holding a namaste here. Gazing up towards the ceiling. Again, long deep breaths. For 3, 2, and 1. Once again, coming back to center, placing the palms on the floor, bringing the left leg back, holding it in plank for three breaths. You can also stay here with your knees on the ground, but keeping the same engagement in your core. For 3, 2, and 1. Placing the knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhaling up into cobra, baby cobra. Elbows to the ribs. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. You can have your legs hip width apart. And from here we're going to go down slowly, bringing the forehead down And then keeping the hands near the ribs. Inhale, lifting the hands up and the chest up. And exhale, placing the hands down, chest down. We're going to do that 5 times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Contract your glutes as you do so. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time. Inhale up. And from here, exhale, bringing the hands back. Trying to interlock the fingers at the back. Opening the chest, gazing forward. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands by the ribs. Inhaling up into an upward facing dog all the way up. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you're slightly out of breath here, feel free to take a child's pose. Breathing for 3, 2, pressing the heels down into the mat. And 1. On the next inhale, bringing the right leg, pointing it towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing right knee to the nose and placing the right foot in between the hands. We're going to bend the right leg, palms on the mat if possible. So our chest and our stomach is resting on the right thigh. Gazing up, trying to keep your left leg straight. Long deep breaths. For 3, 2, and 1. Placing your left knee down now onto the mat. We're going to go into a little bit of a twist. So bringing your left shoulder to wrap around the right thigh. Ideally, if possible, trying to bring your left armpit on top of your right thigh. Holding a namaste here and gazing up towards the ceiling. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the hands back to center. Hands on either side of the right leg. Lifting the left knee up. The left leg joins the right. From here, we're going to bring the feet together. So both feet together. Bending your knees. So bend your knees slightly. Try to grab your elbows, opposite elbows with your palms. As much as you need to bend the knees to be able to do that, you can bend. Then placing your forehead or your chin on your knees. And only then, once you create that connection between your forehead or your chin to the knees, only then will you start to straighten, trying to straighten your legs. No need to push, take it easy, going with the breath. For another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bringing the arms up, back straight, arching back, and exhale, Samastitihi. Bringing the feet hip width apart. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, left leg back. Placing the left knee on the mat. Bringing your hands up, placing them on top of your right thigh. Here, if you find that you have a pain in your left knee, you can place a towel or a thin cushion underneath the left knee to support it. And from here, trying to keep pushing your right leg forward so that you can bring your left thigh closer to the ground. Long, deep breaths. For 4. Finding your edge. So no need to push yourself. Just finding that point which is challenging but not difficult. 3. 2. And 1. From here, if you're comfortable, you're just going to inhale, bringing the arms up. Just staying in that position. You're still gazing forward. You can try to bring the palms back behind your head, but you're still gazing forward. Breathing into your left hip for last 2. And 1. Exhale, placing the hands on either side of your right leg. Lifting your left knee into the air. The right leg comes back to join the left. Staying here in plank, or you can have the knees down in plank. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat, and then coming down all the way. From here, you're going to bring your hands back so your palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Trying to keep your forehead or your chin down on the mat. And inhale, we're just going to lift the right leg up into the air as much as you can, lifting the right. Long deep breaths for 4, 3, 2, keeping the right leg straight, and 1. Exhale, going down. Inhale, lifting the left leg up. Long deep breaths for 4, 3, pointing your toes. 2, and 1. Exhale, releasing. Taking a couple long deep breaths here. On the next inhale, keeping the feet together, lifting both legs up and lifting the chest up slightly. Staying here for just 3 breaths. 2, and 1. Exhale, releasing. Placing the hands near the ribs. Inhale, coming into an upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to place the knees down onto the mat, coming into a child's pose, relaxing here for a few moments. Remembering to keep breathing long, deep breaths. Finding your stillness within the breath. On the next inhale, coming up, and exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. 1 breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bringing the right knee forward. This time, the right knee in between the hands. So we are coming into a pigeon position. From here, we're not going to fold forward, we're going to stay upright. Coming onto the tips of your fingers, you can just stay here in this straight upright position, or if possible, opening your chest, rolling your shoulders back, and exhale, bending back slightly. Long deep breaths for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, folding forward, placing the palms down, lifting your left knee into the air, bringing the right leg back, coming into plank. 1 breath, inhale, exhale. Inhale, left knee forward in between the hands, placing the right knee down. Again, you can use the towel here underneath your right knee if you need to. Trying to keep your hips squared. Once again, you can either just stay in this position, sort of upright, or you can bring your palms next to your hips, on your tips of your fingers. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, bending backwards. Breathing long, deep breaths here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, folding forward, placing the hands down, lifting your right knee up. Inhale, bringing the left leg back, coming into a plank position. Breathing here for 3. You can also have the knees down as always. 2, and 1. On the next inhale, you're going to push back into downward facing dog. Exhale here. And inhale, bringing the left foot in between the hands. Placing your right knee down onto the mat. Placing both palms on top of the left thigh. Pushing the left knee forward. Again, if you feel tension underneath your right knee, you can place your towel or your cushion underneath the knee. Keep trying to bring your right hip closer to the mat. Long deep breaths. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, you can either just stay in this position, or if you're comfortable here, you can inhale, bringing the hands up. Still gazing forward, so don't drop your head back. Still gazing forward. Bring the palms together and try to bring the palms back behind your head. Breathing for 4. Keeping strong in your legs. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, placing the palms down next to your left leg, on either side of the left leg. Lifting the right leg up. And exhale, right leg joins the left. Folding forward. You can have the hands at the back of the calf. Every inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, going down as much as you can. Have a slight bend in your knees, so don't straighten completely. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arms up, arching back. Exhale, hands to center. Inhale, arms up, arching back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, right leg back. Placing the right knee down. From here, you're going to walk your left foot to the outer edge of the mat, to the left edge of the mat. And we're just going to stay placing your right palm down onto the mat, and you can push the left knee away from you. If you feel pain in your knee, don't push at the knee. You can push closer down towards the hip. Also, don't push that much if you feel a pain. Last 3 breaths. 2 and 1. From here, bringing the leg back slightly, and then you're going to, if you can place your palms on the mat, that's already good enough. Otherwise, you can try to also bring your elbows down all the way. Be mindful of your left knee here. And if any of you all want to add a challenge for yourself, you can lift your right knee up into the air, coming into the full variation of the posture. Again, breathing long, deep breaths. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing the right knee down, coming back up onto your palms, bringing your left palm outside the left foot. From here, you're going to try and walk your left foot forward just a bit, just about half a foot, 1/3 of a meter, and then you're going to try and straighten your left leg. Of course, it will still have a micro bend. What I want you to do is to place your left rib here on your left thigh. So placing the left rib on the left thigh, bending the left leg as much as is needed for that, and then keeping that connection between your left rib and the left thigh, and only then trying to straighten. So it's okay if you don't manage to straighten all the way. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Walking the left leg back, and exhale, we're going to push the left leg back all the way. Inhaling here in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing the right leg forward in between the hands, coming again into our pigeon position. Just the last bit of the flow, and then we'll go into a cool down. So once again, trying to keep your hips squared, coming onto the tips of your fingers. If you're here, it's already really good. But if you feel comfortable, you can roll the shoulders back, opening the chest, and exhale, bending backward. Long deep breaths for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here and exhale, folding forward all the way as much as possible. If you can come to your forearms, that's amazing. If you can come all the way down, forehead on the mat, that's also great. You can place your forehead at the back of the hands as well. Keeping your hips square. Breathing here for the last 3 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up once again. Placing your palms on either side of your right knee. Lifting the left knee up. And exhale, bringing the right leg back, coming into downward facing dog. One inhale, exhale. Inhale, bringing the left knee forward, in between the hands, coming into pigeon on the other side. Keeping your hips squared here once again. Again, if you're already here upright, that's great. Otherwise, if you want to increase the stretch, you can open your shoulders and exhale, bending backwards. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, folding forward. You can either come onto your forearms, or if it's okay for you, you can also come placing your forehead on the back of your hand, coming all the way down. Long deep breaths. Three, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up to center. Exhale, lifting the right leg up. And inhale, bringing the left leg to join the right. Coming into plank for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling here. And exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Feel free to take a child's pose if you need to here. On the next inhale, bringing the right foot in between the hands, placing the left knee down. Once again, coming up, we're going to bring our right hand inside the right foot, bringing the right foot to the outer edge of your mat. So your right foot goes to the right edge of your mat, placing your left palm down, and then the right palm pushes the right knee outwards. Again, if you're sensitive underneath the left knee, make sure that you place your towel. We're going to stay in this upright position, pushing the right knee, right thigh outwards towards the side. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the leg in slightly. From here, what you're going to do is you can either just stay in this position, this is already very good, or you can come down onto your forearms if that's accessible to you. And if you want to increase the intensity, you can also lift your left knee up into the air. Breathing here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing the left leg, left knee down to the mat, coming up onto your palms, and exhale, bringing the right leg back, letting the knees fall into a wide-legged child's pose. So your knees are out towards the edges of your mat, and exhale, folding forward, placing your forehead down if possible. Taking a long deep breath. And inhale, coming up once again. We're going to come to the long edge of our mat. So still staying in this child pose position. But here we're going to be sitting on our heels, coming to the long edge of the mat. And here you're going to try to open out your knees as much as possible. So as much as possible, trying to open out the knees. We're going to do a little bit for the pelvic floor and the inner thighs because these are often neglected areas. So from here, inhale, you're going to just lift up. So you're in the air, you're not sitting on your heels, you're up in the air, and you're going to try and squeeze your knees together. So imagining that you're squeezing something in between your legs. Squeezing for 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing. Last time, inhale coming up. Squeezing for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly relaxing. We're going to go all the way now to lying down on our backs. Just the last few minutes. Doing Shavasana or corpse pose is really important to integrate the benefits of the practice into our physical body as well as our mental body. From here, we're going to just, before we go into Shavasana, we're going to do a slight twist. So you can bend your legs, letting your legs fall over to the right side. Your legs falling over to the right. Having your left hand by your side, gazing towards your left thumb. You can have your right hand on top of the left thigh. If you want to here, you can even close your eyes. Completely being present with your own practice, with your own body. Long deep breaths. And you slowly come back to center. This time allowing your legs to fall over to the left side. You're gazing towards your right hand straight out to your side, looking towards your right palm. Your left palm can be placed on top of your right thigh. You can close your eyes here, trying to be completely present with the sensations happening within your body. And from here, slowly coming back to center, straightening out your legs. We're going to come into our final resting position, Shavasana, having the hands facing up towards the ceiling, letting your legs fall over to the sides, closing your eyes. Now for the next 3 minutes, once you find your comfortable spot, I don't want you to move your hands, your feet, not opening your eyes, just giving yourself this 3 minutes completely with undivided attention. Trying to remain aware of your own breath, of the sensations in your body, all the different parts that we use in our practice today. Trying to just be aware From here, you can slowly begin to move your fingers and toes, bending your knees, turning over to your right side, staying here for a moment, keeping your eyes closed throughout. And inhale, coming up to seated, keeping your eyes closed. We're just going to stay in silence for a minute. I want you to focus on how you feel right now, whether you feel any difference from when we began this practice. Just staying aware without judgment of any sensations that are arising, any emotions that are arising, any thoughts that are arising. And now trying to think of the intention that you set at the beginning of this session, trying to recall that intention and repeat that intention to yourself 3 times. And you can slowly begin to open your eyes.
Thank you guys for joining me today and practicing. If you enjoyed this practice, do like this video, leave a comment and subscribe. I hope to see you on my future videos. Namaste.